Dash awoke with a gasp. The stench of her urine filled her mucus-caked nostrils as her vision swam into focus. She saw a very pouty Pinkie Pie removing a large adrenaline needle from her chest. Stopping her hooves, the frustrated Pinkie lashed out at her helpless victim. "Didn't anybody teach you any manners? It's very rude to fall asleep when somebody invites you over to spend time with them. How would you like it if I came over to your house and went to sleep? Oh, I'm sorry, Dash. You're so boring. I think I'll take a nap. You think I like always doing this by myself? I told you how excited I got when I found you were next. I was excited to have a friend to be here with me while I worked, but no! You gotta be inconsiderate. You know, I thought you were tough. I thought you could handle anything. I've had foals stand up better than you. Do I have to baby you, huh? Is that how you want me to remember you? As a baby?" As Pinkie stopped to catch her breath, Dash blinked and sobbed softly. Her back was in agony. Her sides were on fire. There was an intense pain in one of her legs. As she blinked again, she saw Pinkie pop something red into her mouth and begin to chew. Noticing Dash's stare, Pinkie quickly gulped the morsel down. "What?" Pinkie asked. "Oh, this?" She held up another piece. "Well, while you were asleep, I got a little impatient and helped myself to a little sample. I got it from your leg. You're not bad. Want to try some?" Without waiting for a response, Pinkie shoved the strip of meat into the revolted Pegasus pony's mouth. Dash gagged and immediately spit it out. Pinkie frowned and picked up a chunk of flesh. "If you didn't want it, you could have said no." She contemplated the discarded snotty morsel, then gulped it up. It's not like you haven't had my cupcakes before." Swallowing, Pinkie turned her attention to a small can on the tray. She moved a lid, revealing that it was filled with red-hot coals. Lying on top of the coals were several large nails. As the adrenaline filled her veins, Dash began to panic again. Picking up the can, Pinkie walked over to Dash's left, holding some tongs in her mouth. Pinkie carefully picked up a nail and pushed it in at the seam between her victim's front left leg and hoof, and then grabbed a hammer and took careful aim. "No, Pinkie!" Dash screamed. "No! No!" The hammer came down and the nail punctured Dash's skin. The white-hot burning was too much. Dash screamed as she pulled and thrashed at the braces, causing her raw skin to rub and tear. Pinkie tried to line up another nail, but couldn't find her aim and let a frustrated grunt. When Pinkie brought the hammer back to take a wild swing, Dash burst out crying and begging, "Please stop! Please! Please stop!" Pinkie rolled her eyes. Putting down the hammer and tongs, she walked back in front of her friend and stared pensively at the broken Pegasus. Gilda didn't even cry this much. When she had a live parasite stuffed down her throat, Pinkie thought for a minute about what to do next, then had a sudden spark of inspiration. Rotating a wheel on the rack, Pinkie laid Dash on her back, then moved to Dash's hind legs, bringing the can with her. Picking up her tools, Pinkie drove a searing hot spike of metal directly into the bottom of Dash's hoof. As Dash yelled in pain, Pinkie moved around and drove a second nail into the other hoof. Next, Pinkie went back to her cart and located an enormous battery and controller, which she dragged over to where she was working. She tied copper wires between the terminals and the nails driven into Dash's hooves, then gave Dash a wink and flipped a switch. Electricity rocketed through Dash's body. The blue pony reacted immediately. Her body seized and her muscles snapped taut. Dash's hips thrust skywards, her eyes rolled back, and she let out a deep, throat-shredding cry. Pinkie giggled and danced in place, then reached down and turned up the juice. Dash convulsed uncontrollably, and her bladder emptied once more.